Hey guys, it's Kelly from fitnesswindow.com, and today I've got a lower body strength and HIIT workout for you. This is going to be challenging, but we're going to feel awesome by the time we're done. All you're going to need is a set of dumbbells, and I've included both your warm-up and your cool-down. Let's go ahead and get started. For our warm-up cardio, we're going to start off nice and light with a boxer shuffle. So go ahead and get your feet moving. We're starting off nice and light. Got to work ourselves into these things, and today's workout is pretty tough, I'm not going to lie, so we want to warm up pretty well. If you've been sitting at your desk for a long time, you may want to do a little more moving around than this. Otherwise, this should do for a warm-up. In about 5 seconds, we're going to switch to butt kickers. So we're going to gradually bring our heart rate up as well as get those muscles warm. So now we're just kind of still bouncing around in place, but kicking your feet up towards your butt. Landing nice and soft on your feet. About 10 seconds left. In 3 seconds, we're going to switch to a lateral step. So right here, we'll add in a pull. So stepping side to side, bring that foot behind you as you pull your arms back. Right, 10 seconds left, and we are going to switch to a faster motion. It's the same idea. We're going to speed it up a little bit with a lateral jump. All right, so you can start nice and light if you want, but as you go, try to kick out further and further. If you're in a small apartment or a small space, you can always go up instead of over if you're not working with a lot of room here. About 5 seconds left. We'll switch to high knee pulls. All right, so right here, come up, pull your elbow and your knee together. Pull in your core, stand up nice and tall, and squeeze those two together. Contract your muscles. All right, 5 seconds left. We're going to switch to a torso twist plus a knee. So we get our midsection warmed up. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're going up on a different knee each time. Try to really rotate through your core. All right, we're going to switch to a basic squat. So knees about shoulder width apart, sticking your butt out behind you, weight predominantly in your heels, keep your back flat, press up, squeeze your glutes. Inhale on the way down, exhale as you press back up. All right, I'm going to do a round of lunges here, alternating lunges, just sink down. We're mimicking all the motions we're about to do in a lot more intense format coming up here. So with plyometrics and jumps and weights added in, you want to replicate those same movements in your warm-up. Two, one. All right, let's do some jumping jacks. Get our heart rate up even more. So even throughout these intervals, move faster as you get more warmed up. All right, we're going to switch to fly jacks. So right here, similar motion, working the arms in a different way. It's our last warm-up interval, then we get to work. 5 seconds. Okay, there's our warm-up, so keep your feet moving, get your weights, and we'll go ahead and move into a strength and HIIT workout. For our combination strength training and high-intensity interval training, we're going to be doing 8 repetitions of a strength exercise that targets both the butt and thighs, followed by 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of that HIIT exercise, just 2 rounds of that, but we're doing the entire thing twice in an A-B-A-B format. So we're going to start off with 8 repetitions of deadlift. So I'm going to be using 28 pounds per hand. The amount of weight that you use for each of these exercises is completely specific to your own strength. So you're going to want to make sure if we're doing 8 repetitions, you should really be feeling it the whole way through, but by reps 6, 7, and 8, you should be struggling to finish it without sacrificing your form. So whatever weight that is for you, that's what you're going to want to grab. So I'm giving you my numbers as a guide, but don't think you have to lift the same. So feet shoulder width apart, weights in front of your thighs, stay up nice and tall, and you're going to sink, you're going to hinge at the hips and come down. Keep a slight bend in your knees, and then press back up, squeezing your glutes as you come back up. Inhale on the way down, exhale as you pull back up. Here's halfway already. Keep your back flat. Two more. Make sure as you get tired that you're not letting your shoulders roll. Pull in your core. Squeeze your glutes. Here's our last one. All right, there's one set of the strength done. So next up we are moving to that HIIT portion. So we're doing a broad jump plus a drop out, a kick out, sorry. So we get 5 seconds. You're jumping as far as you can, as forcefully as you can. So here, come down, drop out, just like as if you were going to do a burpee, but not quite. Make sure you're flipping, you're turning a different way each time. 5 seconds. All right, there's one, so this is our active rest, so we're never still. Even during our rest periods, you're at least doing a boxer shuffle. All right, here we go. So as hard as you can, drop, kick out. I can hear water jostling around my stomach. 5 seconds. All right, that's it for the HIIT portion. So we're going right back into that strength exercise. You can take just a second if you need to catch your breath. You don't want to be lifting when you're completely out of oxygen here. All right, so when you feel more composed, grab your weights. We're going to round 2 of the same thing. So take one last good deep breath. Here we go. It's raining over here. It's pretty windy too. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's halfway. There's 6, 2 more of those. Squeeze. Those muscles should be burning. If they're not, check your form. All right, drop your weights. And if your form is right, then you might need to lift heavier. All right, so we're going back to those broad jump kickouts. So here we go, 20 seconds. Start it up. Five seconds. All right, there's one down. One more to go. 5 seconds rest. 2, 1. Start it up. If you don't have room to do this, you can always do a regular burpee. Takes up a little less room 3, 2, 1. All right, so that's one set completely done. So we have 4 of those. So you can tell we're gonna be sweaty messes by the time we're done. So take a quick breather here, sorry. And next up we're going into squats. So you can do all of these body weight if you're just getting started and still getting a really good workout. Otherwise, we're doing 16 pounds per hand for this. Again, remember, it's just a general idea, but not a recommendation of what you should lift. So, as soon as you've got your breath caught, mostly, grab your weights. Again, feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to pop those weights up to your shoulder. Okay, so pull in your core. Be squeezing your glutes ever so slightly already. Fire up those muscles, and you're going to kick back with your sticking your butt out first. So, stick your butt out, then press up again through those heels. Inhale on the way down. Exhale during the hard part when you're really working to get back up there. There's 4 already. All right, one more. Okay, drop your weights. All right, for our next HIIT interval, we're doing butt kicker squat drops. So this is kind of fun. Get your feet moving. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. Then start with the other foot. 4 butt kicks, and then you drop. So just make sure you're doing a different leading leg each time. And move as fast as you can. All right, there's one. One more of those. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Five seconds. All right, there's one of those down. Now you know we're going back to the squats. So again, take a quick breather, keep your feet moving, but gather yourself. And remember, you don't have to move at my pace. If you need to, you can move faster, or you can hit pause for a longer break too. Just don't let yourself get too comfortable. All right, so grab those weights. Okay, pull in your core, squeeze your glutes, and here we go. It helps to find a spot on the wall in front of you to stare at. So if you're looking down, you end up kind of starting to round your shoulders, so stare straight up ahead of you. Pick a high spot on the wall. I think this is halfway. Two more. Here's the last one. All right. Back to those last butt kicker squat drops. So get your feet moving. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Make sure to stay light on your feet. Practicing control of your body is part of the workout. Here's a quick rest. We are about 20 seconds away from a water break. So push yourself hard during this last interval. Here we go. 5 seconds. All right. There's our water break. So keep your feet moving. Don't go too far. Don't drink too much water. Save the heavy guzzling for when you're finished. Otherwise, we'll be right back. So if you made it back from your water break and you're back for more, congratulations, you're a trooper. We are going to start back into the other half of this routine. We're already halfway done with the hard stuff. We're going back into curtsy lunges. So for this one, I'm going to be using 12 pounds per hand. This is a different range of motion. We're going to be holding your weights by your side. You're going to stand up nice and tall. Start with your feet close together, and then you're stepping back for a reverse lunge, but it's behind your body to the side as well. And then drop back, following all the same rules of a regular lunge. Your torso upright. Squeeze your glutes. There you go. We're doing 12 of these, so 6 on each side. Inhale on the way down. Exhale as you press back up. Here's halfway. Last one on this leg. All right, now we're going on to our HIIT interval already. So we have star jump lunges. So this is gonna be fun. So get your feet moving. I'm gonna go into a star jump. So down and explode upwards, and then come back, go into a lunge. Star jump, drop into a lunge. So it actually makes it easier on your lungs than doing a bunch of star jumps in a row, but it's harder on your coordination. About 3 seconds left. All right, there's round one of those. One more of those before we go back into the strength. 3 seconds. Here we go. Jump up as high as you can. Explode as high as you can. It's not going to be easy because at this point, those muscles have already been working very hard. All right. Here's round one of that. So we're going back to those curtsy lunges. Like I said, I'm using 12 pounds per hand. Take a nice deep breath. All right, get set up. Here we go. Woo. There's 2. Halfway. My legs, muscles are getting shaky. 2 more on each side. Remember, it's okay at any point to lower the amount of weight you're lifting. It's our last one. All right, so back to the star jumps. Take just a second to stretch out those legs. This is a brutal back-to-back combo here. Okay. All right, get your feet moving. Star jump lunges. Here we go. Make sure you're not holding your breath. 5 seconds. Ouch. All right, 1 more of those to go. 5 seconds rest. 2, 1. Here we go. So if you're getting too tired, you can always come here and just kick out. Just make sure you're alternating which side you're doing your reach on. 3 seconds left. Oh, okay. On to our last groove here. We're gonna do a wide deadlift. So I'm gonna lift a little lighter than I did for the regular deadlift. I think I'm gonna go for 24 pounds per hand. It's a different range of motion, so if you're not used to it, start out a little bit lighter until you feel confident. So the only difference is that our feet are going to be a lot wider than for a regular deadlift. So get your feet out a comfortable width. Otherwise, weights in front of your legs. Slowly lower down. Exhale, squeeze back up. Really over-exaggerate the squeezing of your glutes and the flatness of your back. There's 3. There's halfway. Okay, just 2 more now. Here's our last one. All right, drop your weights. Okay, we are doing rocket squats for our HIIT interval. These are fun too. So we're going to sink down in increments of 3 and then jump up in a jump squat. So 1, 2, 3, and explode. Make sure you're landing soft. Five seconds. 2, 3, and up. All right, there's one more of those to go. 5 seconds rest. 2, 1. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and up. 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds. Keep going if you can. Your form starts to suffer, take a break. Ouch! Okay, last round of those deadlifts. So I'm going to lower my weight a little bit. I can feel my form start to suffer on the last one. So now I'm doing 20 pounds per hand. You're still going to feel it. If you focus on form, it's crazy how much more you can feel it than if you're lifting really heavy. It's really surprising. So get your feet nice and wide. Not that you shouldn't also focus on lifting heavy. All right, feet nice and wide. Take a deep breath. Start it up. Here's 3. Let's switch angles for you. There's halfway. All right, just one more repetition. All right, drop your weights. This is our last bout of HIIT. So do your best to push yourself. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and up. Ten seconds. Don't think about it. Go to your happy place. All right. 20 more seconds of hard work. And then we'll have a nice cool down and stretch, okay? 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Here we go. We're halfway done already. 5 seconds. Oh. Oh. Okay. Those are finished, and we are done with the hard part. So start kicking out your muscles a little bit. Start wiggling around. Just get things loosen up. Wherever you're feeling it most. All right. So let's do some toe touch circles. Stretch out your lower back and your hamstrings a little bit. So plant your feet about shoulder width apart. We're gonna go down on one side, take your time, go down as far as you can to feel a stretch and slowly work your way over to that other foot. Stay here for just a second, enjoy that, then come up nice and slow. So you stretch through your torso and your lower back and your hamstrings. So going down the opposite direction now. Again, nice and slow, move at your own pace, just feel all those tight spots starting to loose up. Come back up, do that a couple more times. Walk your way over. Don't feel bad if you're not very flexible. Just do what you can. Don't force anything. All right, we're gonna stretch the front of our thighs now. So if you're as tired, as wobbly as I am, you might need a wall. Otherwise, grab your foot, pull it up to your butt. You should feel this through the front of your thighs. Focus on taking nice deep breaths. You're going to want to drink a lot of water after this. If you sweat as much as I have, I know I'm going to need a bunch of water. All right, go ahead and switch sides. This white room is actually hard on the balance. It gives you vertigo a little bit. It's hard to orient yourself where you are spatially. So it's always an interesting experience working out in here. All right, we are going to stretch our hip flexors now. So stepping forward with one leg, lean forward with your hips so you feel stretched through this leg, through the front of the leg that is behind you. Lean back a little bit if you want to get some core work in there as well. Right, now lean further forward. Just real quick, like come down towards your toes in a runner's lunge. So now you should feel this deeper in this leg as well as through this one a little bit too. If you have to stop right here, that's totally fine. Just do what you can with your own range of motion. All right, now we're gonna come back up and switch legs. So this time we're switching this hip flexor. So lean back a little bit if you want to get your core in there. You can also feel this in your calf muscle if you focus on also pressing your heel towards the ground. All right, now lean forward, just like we did on the other side. A deeper stretch. You can just stay where we were as well. All right, come back up. We're going to stretch the inside thigh. So straighten this leg and bend on this one. Stretch this way and get a nice torso stretch as well. All right, rock to the other side. Might feel some pops and cracks in your back. As long as it doesn't hurt, it's probably not a bad thing. All right, now let's do a wide toe touch. Actually clasp your hands behind your back and you can get a good arm stretch out of this as well. So by this point, you should be feeling pretty accomplished because your workout is done. You're onto the feel-good part of it. I'm gonna walk down into a downward dog. So try to get your heels towards the ground. If you can't reach it, that's okay, but that's where you're trying to pull your body, as well as pushing your head in between your hands. So you get a nice stretch all through the backs of your thighs, as well as your upper back. You can start doing some steps here to change the stretch up a little bit, feel it in different places. Get a nice fluid stretch instead of a static stretch. Sometimes that feels really good after a workout. All right, now we're going to walk forward. Leave one leg down, so you're getting a good calf stretch here. So again, even if your heel isn't anywhere near the ground, you're pretending like that's where you're trying to get it. So you feel a nice stretch through your calves. All right, go ahead and switch sides. All right, now we're going to kick both our feet out. Slowly lower yourself. Flip those feet over and press up into a cobra. All right, now kick back into a child's pose. Nice and slow. And then pretend like you're trying to reach away from yourself here. If you press down, you can feel a nice stretch through your shoulders and arms. You also get a nice stretch through your upper back, lower back as well. All right, go ahead and relax. So this is the part where you're going to want to drink lots of water and make sure to eat a healthy meal after this. Otherwise, good job guys, this workout is complete.